from New Hanover County Schools Television, powered by students. This is your school news.
Welcome to Your School News. I'm Maggie Cottle.
And I'm Jonathan Orr. Topping our newscast, Bradley Creek Holiday Musical. North Carolina Senator Michael Lee visits Hoggard High School. And State Superintendent unveils new web design for school report cards.
Our top story this week. Bradley Creek Elementary presented their annual holiday musical. This musical represented the spirit of believing in yourself and the magic of childhood. With the story is YSN reporter Johan Yellow.
Is there a Santa Claus? A question often asked this time of year was the center of Bradley Creek Elementary School's holiday musical, Yes, Virginia. Based on a real-life letter written in 1897, the play follows 8-year-old Virginia who has always loved Christmas. However, when the age-old question, is there a Santa Claus, arises, Virginia ventures into the city to prove he exists. 3rd through 5th grade students at Bradley Creek were cast in the musical, and every student was part of the singing chorus. Performing in front of a packed house of family and relatives, it was a great learning experience for the young actors.
This show is about Virginia and her quest to get her mother to believe in something. And so I want these students to believe in themselves and believe that they can do anything, put on a production in a minimum amount of rehearsal time, and just build their self-esteem and feel proud of themselves.
The entertaining play was packed with humor that kept the audience laughing and wonderful music for all to enjoy. A highlight of the production was the vast array of incredible costumes worn by students. From elves to reindeer to nurses, reporters, and shoppers. Each actor had a costume that added an extra element to the production and made the evening that much more exciting to the young performers. The students involved learned how to step out of their comfort zone and gain confidence as they prepare to take the stage.
It's all about practicing your lines, like just to remember what you're supposed to do when you go there. And I mean, it's nice to just be chill about it, not to you just can't.
Well, usually I'll just I don't know, I feel great before most of things like this, so I'm good. But you can just, what I do is I like to, walk, sort of just walk around instead of thinking about it while you're sitting down. Thinking about it too much, so.
The entire production was a joy for audience members as well as the students. It was an excellent showcase of the talents at Bradley Creek Elementary School and a great learning experience for the students themselves. Reporting for Your School News, this is Johan Yellow.
North Carolina Superintendent of Public Instruction's Mark Johnson unveiled the 2016-2017 school report cards on the newly redesigned website that includes 2 new features, the State Department of Public Instruction announced.
Recently, I launched the brand new website for school report cards, schoolreportcards.nc.gov. As a former teacher, I emphasize to parents and lawmakers that this information, while important, cannot tell the entire story of a school. These facts and figures cannot voice the extra hours you put in preparing for class and grading assignments, the school spirit felt by families, the involvement in sports, arts, or other extracurriculars that build character, and other crucial aspects of a school community. But I knew our state education department could do a better job presenting the information. Schoolreportcards.nc.gov is a completely redesigned online resource that better describes your school's full story. Academic growth is better highlighted in the new version of the report cards. Also, I created the Student Readiness Indicator, and along with the information about the percentage of students who are economically disadvantaged at your school, we can better provide context to the test scores and other information provided. This is just the first step of the revamp of North Carolina school report cards. We look forward to working with you and other stakeholders to continue to improve how we better tell the story of your school.
In addition to being accessible on mobile devices, the new website allows for the side-by-side school comparisons and provides information about school and district-level data in a number of areas, including student performance and academic growth. school and students characteristics, and many other details. The report cards are provided for all North Carolina public schools, including charter and alternative schools. While many parents and caregivers will receive a printed version of the report card for their child's school, the website contains additional data and information about the indicators that are difficult to capture in a printed document.
The third grade classes at Murrayville Elementary researched and developed projects to showcase their cultural heritage. Then, during a cultural arts fair, the students dressed in costume and along with their projects. With the details is YSN reporter Bobby Blue.
From east to west, north to south, educational fun was the central theme in all four corners of Murrayville Elementary's multi-purpose room. The school's third graders were holding their annual cultural fair, an event that combines research, preparation, family heritage, travel, and a chance to explore the world we live in.
So we have a lot of students who research Germany and France and England. I've seen a lot of students research Nigeria, which I thought was really interesting. And a lot of students researching Cuba and Guatemala, Mexico. So something a little different. That was really cool to see.
On hand for the event were close to 100 parents and family members, there to support not only their own children, but all the third graders. Guests roamed from station to station, learning about Ireland, Scotland, Nigeria, and Germany.
Germany has the most car dealerships. This is what they wore when in the old days. Weihnachten means Merry Christmas.
From the sandy beaches of the Dominican Republic to the snowy forest of Sweden, the projects at this year's cultural fair provided everyone a lesson about the composition of the world.
France is located in Europe, which is also near Asia and Africa. And there's some other states that are near, like Germany and some other ones. And the language that they speak is French. They speak things like bonjour, which is hello, and some other ones.
Well, this is some stuff from Mexico that I brought, and this is a picture of Guadalupe. And there's this necklace right here that is very pretty. My mom has another one, but she let me bring one of them. And then there's this Mexican candy that I love the most. They're made out of coconut, but they just food dyed it. But it's supposed to be like a Mexico flag, but they made it kind of like an Italy flag.
Murrayville students spent about a month preparing for the event, researching everything from the natural resources to the natural pastimes of the country selected. Many of the students even came in costume to the fair. No corner of the world was left untouched. Colombia, Nepal, Greece, Ethiopia, Kuwait, Dominican Republic, and more.
I learned that the continent is Europe. They love to eat pasta, but they also grow tomatoes, lettuce, grapes, tons more.
The things I learned about Jamaica, my fun facts right here. Jamaica is the third largest island ever, and in 2012, the population of people is 2.9 million people. And for their clothing, they usually wear colorful clothing because they wear colorful because it stands out in the crowd when they have like parades and things.
Murrayville's cultural fair was a passport to the world and provided everyone with information about the people, the customs, the food, the language, and the clothing that are all part of this wide, wide, wide planet we call home. Reporting for Your School News, this is Bobby Blue.
Students at Hoggard were surprised by a visit from North Carolina Senator Michael Lee in this past week. Lee spoke with students who are currently enrolled in civics classes and opened the floor to any students who have ever wanted to ask a question to the senator. He heard the questions on North Carolina legislation, commercial law, and even a few questions about public schools just like Hoggard itself. The students were excited to gain a lot of interesting information from this question and answer session with the senator, and hope to be more educated on government and North Carolina legislation in the future. Lee's visit to Viketown got a lot of students thinking about government. Of those students who were already compelled to pursue a career in politics, this cemented their goals even more. With his answers, Senator Lee encouraged the students to excel in their civics classes, and the students can't wait to learn even more about the politics, civics, and economics as this semester comes to a close.
This is Your School News on cable and online. Look for our blue logo for all the latest news online at www.nhcs.net.
Welcome back to Your School News. I'm Jonathan Orr. The Wizard of Oz is in and the Mary Poppins is out. That's according to Dramatics Magazine High School Theater Rankings 2016-2017. We have a report from YSN reporter Mary Hull.
For the third year in a row, The Addams Family was the most popular high school musical in the United States, according to the annual survey from Dramatics Magazine. The new numbers just out also show that Mary Poppins' stint on the list was short-lived. It was replaced this year by The Wizard of Oz. While Oz may have won the nation's heart, it is not entirely perfect for every school.
There's theater, and then there's educational theater. And obviously, I'm educational theater. I'm teaching in a school. So for me, it's not just about putting on a play to entertain an audience. It's what is my kids' takeaway going to be this year. So I try to find different ways to make them explore the world and to challenge themselves as actors.
The most popular high school plays and musicals over time can be found in Dramatics, the monthly magazine for theaters, students, and teachers. It's been publishing an annual ranking of the most popular high school plays and musicals since 1938. However, in New Hanover County schools, the teachers don't always follow the trend. In fact, this district is a trend breaker.
A lot of that stuff's been overdone. Now, you go to like Thalian and Opera House, they do some of those shows because the older community that wants to pay to see theater will often go see those. You see a lot of South Pacific, you see stuff like that. But at the high school level, first of all, a lot of those shows have older cast members. And it's easier to do a show that's teenage-based if you're teaching teenagers than to teach people that are supposed to be in there. It's hard to play 40 when you're 19 or 18 or 17. You can play 80, but playing 40 is tough, and that's what these characters are. So it's easier to do shows that don't base on that age as much.
High school musicals didn't make waves in rankings until 1960. Both Bye Bye Birdie and Oklahoma have been the most popular titles ever since. In recent years, musical tastes appear to have shifted, with more contemporary titles moving up the list. The most popular high school plays since 1980 have been You Can't Take It With You, Our Town, A Midsummer's Night Dream, and Almost Maine. High school musical theater has focused on Bye Bye Birdie, Guys and Dolls, and Beauty and the Beast. The popularity of many productions, especially musicals, seems to depend almost entirely on licensing.
And scripts are expensive. Every script you purchase from somewhere, if I do a show, if I have 10 cast members, I have to have a script for each of those cast members. Each of those scripts are $10. Then I have to pay the royalty fee for doing the play. So for each performance, I have to pay $50. This is, once again, goes back into why it's easier sometimes to write your own stuff, is because I don't have to pay for scripts and I don't have to pay for royalties.
High schools can't produce a show until it's run its course on Broadway and in regional theaters. In 1975, the amateur performance rights for Godspell became available, and it quickly became the top high school musical. Same is true for Les Miserables. The school version was released in 2002, and by 2003, it had cracked the top of the list. Reporting for Your School News, this is Mary Hull.
Christian Holler, a senior at Hoggard High School, has been selected as an NFL Carolina Panthers community captain. The Carolina Panthers Community Captain Program, presented by Guy Roofing, recognizes 10 outstanding high school student athletes in the Carolinas each fall who excel in their sport, in the classroom, and in their community. On Sunday, December 10, 2017, the winners were honored at an on-field ceremony of the Carolina Panthers home game against the Minnesota Vikings, in which each community captain received a personalized Carolina Panthers game ball. Christian was one of the 2017 John T. Hoggard High School varsity football team captains and played the middle linebacker position. Last year, he made both the all-conference and all-area football lists, which led him to earn numerous NCAA Division I football offers. He is lettered in 4 different sports.
Dr. Tim Markley's Superintendent Blog was named one of the top 100 education blogs by FeedSpot. FeedSpot is a news aggregator, the client software which aggregates syndicated web content such as online newspapers, blogs, podcasts, and video blogs in one of the locations for easy viewing. To view the latest post, Dr. Markley's blog, visit the Superintendent's Blog. Recent topics include working with a safety net, building a foundation by Early Childhood Education Director Shannon Smiles. Help is still needed in our community, and proud to be a principal by Dr. Lauren Kefalonitis.
Ms. Lavorne's SDA class at Ogden Elementary School was presented with a check for $1,000 from the Lamb Foundation this past week. The Lamb Foundation is a nonprofit charity organization dedicated to assisting people who have intellectual disabilities in the state of North Carolina. They focus mainly on schools where their help can benefit the future children in our state. The foundation's owner, Tim Niggle, visited the class with the check himself. The money will be used to fund field trips, purchase adaptive equipment, and for materials to meet the unique needs of each student. Mrs. Lavorne expressed how necessary it is for the SDA classrooms at Ogden to have proper funding. Many students require equipment that the school must be able to provide for them to have the most productive learning environment. It is imperative that these students are not forgotten when school funding is considered, and the Lamb Foundation is making sure of that one school at a time. Finally, Susan Holloway, AIG instructor at Wrights Borough Elementary, was awarded a grant for $979.69 by the Assistance League of Greater Wilmington. The grant funds will purchase ThinkLab materials used to increase critical thinking and problem-solving skills for all students at Wrightsboro. Check out these trending stories on the school system's website. Hoggard High School Theater Department excels at the State High School Play Festival. New Hanover County students receive access to public library resources. And 6 New Hanover County schools receive PBIS state recognition.
And always trending is Your School News on Facebook and Twitter.